We just played Root, a game about surprisingly no roots, right? But it's a game about cute critters trying to absolutely destroy each other in this all over in the woods war themed game. So, what's going on here? Every player is getting one of these extremely unique faction boards, right? So, one player played the Marquis the Cat, the Woodland Alliance, that's the Vagabond, and the Eyrie dynasties or whatever. And what's going on is that there's like a setup, like a unique setup for each one of them. So you just turned around this board. I don't want to create a mess. And then there's like these clearings, right? You can see this is very cute clearings, like mouse clearing, and you have bunny clearing, and there's like the fox clearing, right? And these are like I think deluxe thingies, raisins. They are very nice, and they help you identify stuff. And basically, you win if you score 30 points, right? So the first player who gets 30 points wins, or if you score 10 points, you can play this dominance card and stuff happens. And but that's like advanced rules, right? And the thing is that every turn you have the bird song, which is basically the, I don't know, the morning, then you have daylight and evening. And this is shared. Every faction has this thing, but every faction is unique. Why? Because, for example, the cats, they are everywhere. They have a keep, and then they can build sawmills, they can build workshops, and they can build like these recruiters, right? And with the saw they produce wood, and then they can, with the wood they can build these buildings, and like workshop allows them to craft. Recruiters make new meow meow warriors, right? And every time they build, they take these buildings from these tracks and they score the points there. You see, this is like the price, this is the points. And basically that's it, right? And they try to take over stuff, and they all of them have like one or two very special things. Like, for example, in a battle, if the cats lose, the cat player can play a card which matches the same suit of the given clearing and get back everyone to the castle, right? But then there's the Woodland Alliance, which is, I think, one of the most complex ones, because, for example, what they can do is they can place these kind of like sympathy tokens, right? And it means they have sympathy in this clearing. And when they turn start, they can revolt. And if they play from their supporters deck, they play matching cards. They can basically like create a revolt here and kill everything in the clearing. Then they can build a base in that clearing and also have one of these soldiers there, right? And what they do, they have to create these sympathies all over the land and score the points, build the bases, and also they can like promote their soldiers into officers. And for each officers, you can do like this military operation, like moving, recruiting, battling, and organizing, right? And they have like this outrage that if somebody moves in their clearing, they get cards, and if you remove this token, they get cards, and they keep getting cards, but they get cards in their hand, but they have to transform these cards into supporters, and then they spend the supporters. So it's like a very very long concept. And then you have the vagabond. The vagabond has items. They have only like where are you here, they are only one tokens in the whole game. Everybody else has like an army, right? And they look how cute it is. And he can move through the forest, not just through the clearings. And the vagabond, in the morning, he can drink tea to refresh his action items, right? Because this you don't start with that many, and then you use these items, you exhaust them to do all kinds of things. You can do questing, and then you can, for example, in this quest, you need to go to a fox clearing, and you have to discard a tea kettle and one booth to do this quest, or you have to exhaust them. I don't know exactly. I didn't play this character. You can explore ruins. Sometimes there are ruins here, and you can aid the other players. You can give cards to other players, And then you have this track here, and when you start, you're indifferent, for example, with the cats. But when you have them once, you get 1 point, and this jumps. Then you have them twice in the same turn, it jumps here. Then 3 times, and it comes to you become their allies, and you get points easier. But if you attack them only once, you get to be hostile with them, and you can basically then try to take them out one by one and get points. And the thing is that in the evening, if you, for example, rest inside wood, you can damaged items can be repaired, and based on these items like money, you can draw more cards, and then if you have satchels, you can have more items, and basically this is how you do it, right? It's like item management and helping others, and trying to make deals like I'm going to help you now, and then you're going to help me, and so on. And then the last one is the Eyrie dynasties, which I played, and I think it's really interesting because you have a leader and you have this decree, and basically you play cards into these slots, and then you have to do this from the left to the right. So my first step is I need to recruit in clearing the fox, and I have to have a roost there, which is this token, right? So then I'm going to recruit 3 of these guys. Then I have to move, and I can only move 1 because I only have a card here, right? So I move everybody, I don't know, here, and do a party. And then I have to do a battle, and then I have to build. And when you see these cards, which are like this bird, these are like jokers, because you only have foxes, mouses, and the bunnies, right? But these cards give you a joker like. But the thing is that if you can't do one of them, you go into turmoil, and then you lose your leader, and you lose cards, and you lose points, and it's drama, whatever, right? But you score points the more roosts you have on the map, these blue things, the more points you score at the end of the round. So you can score as much as 5 points, right? So you can see how unique, and yeah, of course, and I forgot to talk about, like, you can craft cards if you control things, like everybody craft cards differently. Like the birds craft cards based on the roost, but the cats need to have these workshops here in those clearings, and then you pay the price, and then you can have these cards, like for example mine, which was really good, like at the start of the bird song of my turn, me and another player can draw a card, and drawing cards is huge in this game, right? And then they have like these kind of like boxes with landmarks and expansions, and it's really, really cute. Because, for example, this vagabond pack that I'm going to open at one point gives you all these cute vagabonds. Look at them. And of course, the game has tons of expansions. There's a lot to do here, and the magic is that it's actually not that difficult to learn, but you have to play at least one game to get into it, and then the next game is going to get better. So yeah, Root is an absolutely fantastic game, one of a highlight of my collection, highly recommended. Go and play it.